guys, Rise here, bringing you another StarCraft 2 beta commentary. Hope you guys have enjoying this series so far. It is serious business series over here. We got Team EG up 3-2 over Assembly Redialing, and man, has it been a roller coaster of a match. Each team has fielded all three of its players already, but at this point, Team EG's got one more win than the other team, and this win, folks, is for it all. Machine is representing the team. He is the anchor, the last line of defense. Well, no, actually, he's the second last line of defense. They still got another player if they want, but he's still representing the team, looking to carry them to victory, and Machine is certainly capable of doing so. If you guys were following along the Hello Goodbye tournament, you would know that he took second in one of the biggest tournaments for StarCraft 2 yet to this date, and really, he did great. I think he also won like $200 or $300 in the process. Not bad. He's facing off against KiWiKaKi. We saw KiWiKaKi in the last couple of games. This is actually his third game in a row. So, because this is Winners League format, the team that loses, right? Say you're in it. We're playing at best of 7. They got 3 players on each team. So you field all 3 players until everybody loses, and they've done that. Then from there, you can pick any one of those 3 players to be your final representative in this matchup. So they've clearly picked KiWiKaKi to do so again to face off against Machine. I guess they feel that he has the best versus zerg, and at this point, you know, KiWiKaKi took out In Control, but he lost to Machine already once in the last game that we just watched. So, going to be really interesting to see if he can do something slightly different here. Of course, this is Kulas Ravine, the map they're playing on. They're cross positions. That's pretty important considering the massive distance that you have to traverse across this map. Now, what that means is the protoss player will probably go for a 5-gate rush. That's all I can imagine at this point. He's probably slightly desperate, and it's a very strong strategy, especially on this map, because it takes so long for your opponent to get across the map in retaliation. Now, Machine, he's no slouch. He knows how to defend against that. I've seen him do it in the past, and he's probably going to be able to do it right here. He goes for the early expansion, and I think it's going to pay off. You know, clearly in this map, with the distances being what they are, it's very tough for a player to really stop this from happening. But look at this. KiWiKaKi says, no, it will not be that easy for you, Machine. I'm going to put some pressure on. He's got a probe out on the field. He's got a pylon warping in. That pylon is probably going to throw it on a couple of cannons, if anything. There's the forge. A zealot is joining the mix. And, oh no, there goes the cannon. And Machine now in a little bit of trouble. He can cancel this if he wants. But the question is he going to be able to defend this with the zerglings that he has that are going to be popping out right here? And he does. He lets the hatchery finish. There's still a zealot here, and he's running around these drones for I don't know what reason. Probably going to throw it on a spine crawler. First one goes down right there, but it's getting taken out by the zealot quicker than it can morph into a spine crawler. And that's going to be really bad. It looks like that first cannon about to warp in. 6 slings are on the way. Are we going to see any more zealots? Oh, there's a zealot here, but he doesn't rally it there. I guess he figures he can take it out at this point. 2 cannons are now focusing down that hatchery, and wow, this could be bad for Machine. Looks like Machine's got about 8 lings out on the field, 10 lings now at this point to try to deal with this, but that hatchery is going down quick. In the meantime, clearly Machine is going for the rebound right here. Going to try to go for a complete counterattack to try to see if he can take out or do damage to the base of KiWiKaKi in return. He is going to take out that zealot. He is also going to get a spine crawler down, but he loses his hatchery. Broodlings come out a running. They're going to try to take down this cannon, but they all expire, get taken out before then. They do get a lot of damage taken on the shield, but again, the problem here is that the huge distance that they have to run on this map to get to the other base, and that makes it very difficult for them to get across, especially now that there's a wall here effectively, and 3 zealots out on the field. So KiWiKaKi going to be able to defend this, and really in a really good position at this point after Machine has lost 300 minerals, plus a couple of drones, plus a whole bunch of zerglings. And KiWiKaKi has not really lost anything. He's not suffered any economic hardship, and obviously doing pretty good at this point as he throws down another cannon. He's a baller, putting down a robotics facility to even just show how rich he is at this point. A lot of zerglings out on the field for Machine. Not sure if he's going to try to take out that photon cannon. Unfortunately for him, that photon cannon is regaining all of its health. That spine crawler dying with no creep to survive on, but it's going to be able to regen as soon as you get back to other creep. And Machine trying to take out this cannon, and oh my goodness, loses all of his zerglings in the process. That may as well be GG right there, guys. I mean, honestly, I do not see how Machine can come back from there. But He is Machine. We've seen epic comebacks already, so everything that I've said, you can just forget it. We don't know what's going to happen here. Gets that spine crawler back to the creep that it desperately needs in order to survive. Zerg buildings, of course, lose health very slowly when not on creep. And kind of a cool mechanic, I think, that they added. I think that it's actually a good one. Looks like Machine's going for the one-base roach at this point. Oh, man, it's going to be tough. That'll allow him to take out these cannons, of course. Honestly, he should have just left the cannons there. But unfortunately, I see why he wanted to take it out, specifically because this is now a warp-in pylon if he decides to get warp tech, and he does indeed decide to get warp tech. He's also got Immortals coming down the field. Wow, this kid is totally prepared for whatever his Machine can do. He realizes, hey, he's only on one base. He's got to be going roaches. It looks like he just doesn't want to try to go something like Muta, and even if he did, I think it'd be tough to pull off at this point without, at the very least, getting scouted. Surprised he's not actually making a what do you call it? A observer to go check out what's going on inside the base of Machine, but hey, that's his decision, not mine. Machine very low in economy. I mean, if we check out the drone count, well, it's like 16 or 17 drones. 17 drones versus basically what we got right now, 25 miners for KiWiKaKi. So Machine playing on a razor-thin margin over here, getting out some of the roaches, but again, it's just going to run so far. This is not going to work out in his favor, and I think Team EG may have to start deciding who are they going to send out next, as this looks like it may, in fact, go to a Game 7. But again, not counting Machine out quite yet, even though it certainly sounded like it was the way I put that. And Machine doing a really good job of staying on top of his inseminations, making sure he gets out as many roaches as possible. Looks like he's going to try to go in the back door. Wow, this is something that takes forever, though, because those destructible rocks, when you got Zerglings and roaches attacking them, it just takes a ridiculous amount of time, as they do only straight damage against them, against a very heavy armor well, structure, I guess. It's not a building. And look at this. Looks like the probe going to go scout around a little bit. Let's see where he's going to scout all of the expansions over here to make sure that Machine isn't sneaking something. He knows what happened last game, and he realizes that, hey, Machine could clearly be doing the same thing once again, but Machine going to do it a little bit differently. It looks like he's going to go for the counterattack, and I think that he's completely aware of this. KiWiKaKi, that is, by the way. That's who I was trying to say. As he goes for the destructible rocks, it's going to take him an hour and a half to take out both sets of them. And yes, look at this. KiWiKaKi is going to push out in retaliation to basically whatever Machine can do it. Oh, these roaches going to get caught out in the open, and it looks like one at the very least he's going to be taking out. Maybe these as well. As Machine, though, he's setting up a flank over here, and I am slowing down the game. That's unfortunate. Actually, that's a bug. That probably means someone else is slowing down the game. The rocks never even went down, by the way. But look at this. Machine trying to do a super flank over here. Units warping into the warp pylon over here, though. And, oh, my goodness, this is probably going to be the last battle if Machine doesn't win it. Bad force field locking in an Immortal. That is huge. 3 Immortals out on the field, but they're going to go down to roaches, at least one of them. And that's what they're best against as well, because the roaches, of course, are armored. Looks like Machine is focusing it down. Looks like he's not going to be able to clean this up, though. And I think this may be GG for Machine, guys. It's just, yeah, and there it is right there. Realizes it's over. This is going to a Game 7. Are you guys excited? I am. That's for sure.